Welcome to Lockdown 2020, where we are trapped inside without jobs to go to with our little fuckers that we love so fucking much. Because they are so small and innocent, they can't watch proper movies like John Wick or Navy SEALs. So it's either bullshit like Sesame Street, where I constantly have to tell my boy that no, it's not fucking Z, it's Z, or it's the goddamn Wiggles. Which is much more fucking fun because I get to play a game where I try to hold my breath through the whole episode so I can never wake the fuck up again. When I eventually do wake up and see this bullshit, I immediately challenge myself to round 2. I can't be fucked looking it up, but I reckon the Wiggles have been kicking around for about 300 years, ever since Captain Wiggle Cook stepped off his shit boat, murdered a few native Australians, before doing a wiggle dance and releasing some invasive species onto Terra Australis. So while we are all locked down in our homes, what better time is there to teach our adorable ankle biters about how not to stick forks in toasters or jump in front of high-speed trains? I mean, other than prior to those things happening. Let me take your mind off how shitty everything is with some other shit. The Wiggles, here to help. Unlike other trash books that I've been tricked into bringing into my home, this one seems to have just appeared amongst my son's other books, like it was summoned from a dimension of pure shit. After we meet the Wiggles, who have taken a break from whatever the fuck they do, they remind us that they are here to help. And just over the page, they double down on their mission statement. The Wiggles, here to help. Home Safe Home. A book about home safety. 5 Mile. Wow. Today, the Wiggles are practicing home safety. The way that this is phrased clearly implies that there has been some spate of horrible Wiggle accidents. I get the feeling that Emma, Lockie, Simon, and the other one have some sort of mental disability, and my main question is, just who is in charge? The dinosaur or the dog? Simon makes sure not to touch the hot oven door as it is very hot. This is great advice, but I'm more worried about the stove that is glowing red hot. It is very fucking hot. Part of practicing safety in the home is not starting house fires, and I'm not sure that Simon's minder is doing a great job of minding Simon. He uses special oven mitts to get his bread out of the oven. Shortly after this, police were able to identify Simon's charred body from his pristine hands that were perfectly protected from the raging inferno by his special Wiggle mitts. Emma is in the lounge room sorting her bows. As the first female Wiggle, writers were keen to create a deep and inspirational role model for young girls. She loves bows.
I love to wear bows.
She puts her bows away once she is finished. Now no one will trip over them. Did you know that tripping on bows is the #1 cause of death in modern homes? Well, it's true. Don't look it up. And make sure to keep your bows in your goddamn bow holder. There is a knock at the door. Dorothy never opens the door to strangers. She looks through the window to see who it is. Dorothy the dinosaur is a T-Rex, the most fearsome of all Dorothys. On closer examination, though, the spikes on her back don't quite line up with the documentary about dinosaurs that I saw. This must explain why she's scared to open the door, because she's a diplodocus or something, right? Wrong! Dinosaurologists now believe that Dorothy is actually an Allosaurus, and according to science, she could just eat whatever the hell she wants and not even give a fuck. Not sure why she's so worried. It's Lockie. Dorothy opens the door to let him in. Dorothy holds a pretty bouquet of flowers to lure a Wiggle into the den. Clever girl. Anthony is going for a walk with Wags. Here we have what is clearly a very thirsty person in a dog suit that is keen for a walk with a blue Wiggle. Woof woof. He remembers to close the door behind him. This keeps the Wiggle house safe. The door has eyes, and it sees Anthony head to the garage shortly after the man in the fursuit closed the roller door behind him. The door says nothing because the door knows to keep his chatty mouth shut. Flip. Lockie's friend Tommy is getting ready for bed. A 5-year-old child is friends with a 35-year-old man. He knows he should never touch the power outlets. He asks his dad to plug in the nightlight for him. After he falls asleep, Tommy's real father is able to sneak in and rescue his missing son, who was taken from his bedroom by wiggly child traffickers. Luckily, Tommy's father has a particular set of skills. Skills he has acquired over a very long career. Skills that make him a nightmare for people like Tommy's captors. Finally, we get a recap of Wiggly safety tips, just in case we forgot them really quickly. Number 1. Wear your wiggle mitts, you wiggiot. Number 2. Bows are the silent killer. Number 3. Don't open the door, it's a Spinosaur. Number 4. Front door has seen everything. Number 5. Only adults are immune to electricity.
1, 2.
At this point, we should have a very safe home, free from bows, electricity, and furries. Just in case you need to teach your kids how to safely shove 4 adults into the front seat of a car, or how to ride a 12-foot wave directly into the sand, they have several more shitty books to buy for your real money. Let me leave you with a quote from Albert Einstein. Don't give your kids shit books.